tell something about huge amount of money that's we.
Yeah. Here in Sakhalin, we find four good conditions to implement this process. One of the most important conditions is the political will. So we have a government of the region with a strong will to do this. That's why they decided to allocate 1% of the total budget to this process. It's a huge amount for a PB in the first edition. The second condition, great condition that we have here in Sakhalin, it's a great technical team. It's a small team, but with a strong commitment with this process. And they did a great job in a few months. The third condition that I think that we have here, it's a good methodology. Of course, in the future, it could be possible to improve this methodology with some changes, but I think we have a good model. And the last condition that I think we have here is a strong civil society. And it was visible during the ceremony this week with delegates from all over the region there to defend and to present the proposals.
Yeah. Could you tell something about future events in the participatory budgeting world and Sakhalin?
This year we have some different spaces, events all over the world to reflect and discuss about PB. This month, at the end of the month, in Portugal, for example, we have a presentation of a book. The book, it's the second edition of the book, Hope for Democracy, about 30 years of participatory budgeting worldwide. And in this book, we have the contributions of more than 60 authors from all over the continents, all the continents around the world. And one of the articles, it's about the new models of scaling up PB, and Sakhalin makes part of this article with some elements We have a model to compare, to analyze different PB models of national and regional level. So Sakhalin makes part of this article with the LISP model in Russia and with the 3 national PB in Portugal. So this is going to happen in this month in Portugal. Then in July, next month in A Coruña, on the north of Spain, we have the 4th Iberian meeting of PB, and the World Bank in Russia gonna take place in one table to present the work here in Russia, and of course to present also the PB of Sakhalin. In September in Moscow, the World Bank and the Ministry of Finance are preparing an international meeting about PBE, and of course Sakhalin gonna have a space to present this experience. And also, and in October, again in Portugal, we have a training course with different PB experiences from United States, from Africa, Latin America, Europe, and also Sakhalin. We invited the government of Sakhalin to participate, and I hope they can go there to discuss the model and to compare the results and the model with other experiences around the world. So we have a good agenda for this year, to different spaces to reflect and to debate and to promote the case of Sakhalin.
What could you say about youth budget project planning?
Mm-hmm. It's the first year that Sakhalin implemented this PB. I think it's a good beginning for this. It's the biggest PB that I with young people that I know in the world, with a big amount of money. But of course, it's a model that could be improved in the future, and we are starting now this discussion, the World Bank with the government, to understand what could be changed in second edition to produce more great results, to involve more the students, to open to more young people to participate during the presentation of proposals, during the voting phase. So I think we have, like in the port project, we have good conditions to achieve a great result with these young people, with this participatory for the young people.
What could you say about the youth budget for itself? What is this youth budget project? Not in Sakhalin.
We have a lot of experiences with young people around the world. Normally, these cases are different from the other cases with the adults, because the local governments are involved in these cases to promote an education for citizenship. That's the main objective of these cases. Of course, they have to put money. Young people have the opportunity to discuss and to decide public money, but the most important thing is to develop a strategy for to create better citizens, more critical, more involved in society. I think this is very important, and that's for me the goal of these cases.
Okay, we discussed all the points we needed to discuss, so you can tell a few words from yourself, emotional, I don't know, what do you want to say?
Personally, it's an honor for me to make part of this project. So far from my country, 10,000 kilometers. I had the experience in my career to implement different PP cases in Portugal, also in Cape Verde and Mozambique, in Africa, in Portuguese-speaking countries. Last year, I started the support of a case in Mexico, in the north of Mexico, in the desert of Sonora, near the border with the United States, in a small municipality, and this case is different. Sakhalin is different, of course. The context is completely different what I have to in my life until now. I learned a lot with this case, and it was a very emotive moment this week during the ceremony. To see people coming to the capital, represent the proposals. It was a very emotive moment for me. What do you want? Because
you can speak and use your hands for some.
And until the end, they don't get nothing, because everything is about these questions.
And the
it's
same
not so
is
easy.
new. The same is new.
Yes,
Topic is new.
Yeah, it's new. And I don't have now. It's important to give some results to people understand the impact of this.
Що можна остальне зазивати?
Правильно, тут сейчас тут шептались.
a local restaurant.
Not only Japanese.
Not only Japanese. But yes, of course, I like it. Yeah, yeah. And people are so so sweet, so kindly with us. So they are worried if we are okay or not. So this is well. I'm far from my house, but I feel
Back at home.
yes, like at home.